Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Just a Normie channel. If you're new, please like, subscribe, and share. And today we're going to be doing something different on Fun Facts. We found a FOIA report from 2003 that leads back to the Federal Bureau of Investigation during a time in which the FBI was controversial. Well, I guess you could say that for today, too, as well. But J. Edgar Hoover was a paranoid person. So much so, he waged a war on comic books. And the Comic Book Magazine Association of 1960. So we're going to go into this. It's going to be a little long. It's going to be a little different. And all that. So, it starts in February 1st, 1960. Mr. John L. Goldwater, President, Comic Magazine Association of America in New York, New York. Dear Sir, I have received your letter on January 25th, 1960 with the enclosed. With regards to my reference to comic books in my statement to all law enforcement officials in January of 1960, issue of the FBI Law Enforcement Bulletin, I believe that you, as a member of the legitimate comics industry, should be well aware of the type of lewd and obscene literature to which I was referring. Undoubtedly, you are familiar with many under-the-counter comic books which elicit trade on established comic characters and depict them in various vulgar and obscene activities. The unscrupulous individuals who profit from these degrading activities should be ferreted out and made to pay for the tremendous harm which results particularly among young people. It was my belief that the intention of the American people need to be focused upon the upsurge in the volume of salacious manga signs and other pornographic items which are available to our boys and girls. I did not inform that any reputable magazines would be involved. I specifically indicated in the statement to which you take such vigorous objection that obscene literature is spread through the means of films, decks of playing cards, photographs, comics, books, salacious magazines, paperbacks, books, and other pornographic products. Certainly no reasonable person could interpret this as meaning all films, all decks of playing cards, all pornography, or all comic books. In the sentence which you take exception, quotation marks were used around the word comic to convey the idea that legitimate books were not being criticized. So, in other words, what they're basically saying is that, and this is a letter to John L. Goldwater of the Comic Magazine Association of America in New York from J. Edgar Hoover, the director and first director of the FBI, saying how lewd comic books were and stuff. And I know this is the 1960s, but this actually goes back a lot further than the 1950s and all that. But it's very interesting the wording that they use and stuff like that. But, you got to remember, too, that this is a very, very different time in our history. And I say that because there were laws in the books for lewd and indecency, like Playboy, when Hugh Hefner had to go all the way to Supreme Court to argue that pornography, even respectable pornography for Playboy and stuff like that, which, Marilyn Monroe was the first one on the first cover and stuff like that, that they said that was lewd and it was not protected speech under the First Amendment. And a lot of people don't know these things, you know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. And that's why I say it and all that. So I'm going to leave it right here. This is part one of several pieces to this. So I don't want to make it very long, each one. I want everybody to kind of ingest each part. But I'm going to have part two dropped every week and stuff. So this is part 1. Let me know what you think about this. I'd really like to know your thoughts about it. Take care, everybody. Pay attention for part 2. Bye.